Now we'll be working on the problems on river flow and boat problems. So see, when you talk about this kind of problems, we should be very much we should know about how we are trying to calculate the speed of the river and how to calculate the distance from where the particular person is trying to swim the river and cross the river, so that he can reach the other bank of the river with lesser amount of time. That will be one of the case in this river and boat problem. It means that I am talking about, like, in this river and boat problems, we will be discussing two cases. First one, the amount of time which has taken by the swimmer to reach from one bank to another bank of the river in a lesser amount of time. That is one of the case. And second case will be like, what will be the shortest path that a person can take from one end of the river to another end of the river, means from one bank of the river to another bank of the river. So whenever we try to deal a problems on river and boat numericals, we should be very much specifically we should notice about what kind of problem is this one, in which kind or in which specific category this particular problem goes in. Either you have been asked to find it out whether the person has to cross the river in a lesser amount of time, or else whether the particular person has to take the shortest distance in order to cross the river. So these are the two main cases which we are supposed to understand, and we should try to apply that particular concepts here. So see, the first case is amount of time taken by the swimmer to cross river should be less. So this should be the first case. The first case should be the amount of time taken by the swimmer to cross the river should be less. Then second case is that the swimmer should cross the river in shortest path to have short distance. So these are the very two important concepts which you are supposed to understand. First, the time taken should be, the first kind of category should be lesser time in order to cross the river, and second category should be the shortest path. He should try to swim in the shortest path so that he can take the shortest distance in order to cross one bank of the river to another bank of the river. So these are the majorly two different categories of this particular numericals, of river flow numericals and also boat related numericals. Now let us see the first one. When the swimmer tends to cross the river in shortest time. So this is the first case. So see now, let me assume this is my river. Okay. So now here, assume that this is one bank of the river and another bank of the river, and let the point A be on the bank A, point B on the bank B. So see now, if a particular person has to cross the river in the shortest time, he should always try to swim the river such a way that he should dive into the river perpendicular to the flow of the water. He should try to dive into the river perpendicular to the flow of water. So now, let me assume the particular person has been started diving into the river and he is swimming in a perpendicular direction to the flow of the water. Let the velocity of the man let it be Vs. Vs is the velocity of the swimmer, and now here, and let this one be, let this direction be the velocity of the river. Let it be the velocity of the river. Now what I need to calculate? I need to calculate what will be the velocity of this net velocity of this particular person in order to cross the river in the shortest time. For that one, I will try to take the resultant velocity, that is nothing else but this one between this point C and point A. Let the angle between these two is equal to theta, and this is the resultant velocity V. Let it be the resultant velocity V of a particular swimmer. So if this is my condition, if a particular person is trying to swim in a river from one bank to another bank, if you want to swim in the shortest time, then he has to always try to swim in a perpendicular direction to the flow of the river. In whichever direction the river is flowing, a person has to swim in a perpendicular direction to the flow of this river. If this is the case, then what happens now? What is this Vs? Vs is the velocity of the swimmer, Vr is the velocity of the river, and V is the net velocity of this particular swimmer. So now, if this is the case, then the net velocity of the swimmer is given by, so this is very important formula which you are supposed to always try to remember this one. So see now, how to calculate the net velocity? Apply the Pythagoras theorem, you will get the net velocity. Then V is equal to under root of Vs square plus Vr square. Vs square plus Vr square. So this is very important formula in order to find out the net velocity of a particular swimmer if he is trying to cross from one end of the river to another end of the river. Then what is the direction? In which direction he should dive, so that he should swim so that the particular person can reach it very easily. The direction is given by, we know that direction is given by CNO. If I consider it as an angle between the net velocity and the swimming velocity of the particular person, then this is a theta between these two velocities. Then the trigonometric function here, it will be tan theta. Why? Because theta opposite side is known and this adjacent side is known. So tan theta is nothing else but it's opposite by adjacent. So I can easily write it that here, the direction of a particular person is given by tan theta is equal to opposite side, that is Vr, that is the velocity of the river over velocity of the particular swimmer. So theta is equal to tan inverse of Vr over Vs. If you know this one, you can easily calculate the direction of a particular swimmer also. So now this is the net velocity, by which velocity he has to travel. He has to swim this particular river so that he can reach the one bank of the river to another bank of the river in a shortest time. So this will be the formula for in order to swim the river in a shortest amount of time. Okay, CM now. We are supposed to calculate the particular person traveling or swimming this particular river from one bank to another bank in a shortest time. So now let us try to calculate the shortest time. Let the width of this river is equal to d. If the width of the river equal to d, then the time taken by the swimmer to cross the river is given by, so CNO. Since we are having one velocity, we know the net velocity of the person. We know the definition of velocity is nothing else but it's been given as distance over time. So once if you know the distance of this river is d, and time we can easily find it out, because already we have found out what is the net velocity of a particular person. So now the net velocity of a person has been given. So since velocity equal to distance over time, then I can write easily time is being given by time is equal to distance over velocity. If this is the case, then the time taken by a particular swimmer to cross the river will be, what is the distance, what is the width of this one? The width of the river is equal to d. Vs. So now here the time taken by a swimmer to cross the river is given by velocity equal to distance over time, time equal to distance by velocity. That is, now if time is equal to t, then distance is equal to d, and it is only for the velocity. We are calculating for the time taken by a swimmer, so it will be velocity of the swimmer. It's not the entire complete relative velocity of, or sorry, it's not complete net velocity of the particular person, but it's only the velocity of the particular person. So it is d over vs, d over vs. So see now, just now we have calculated the time. Now we should calculate the distance covered, the distance covered by the swimmer, the distance covered by the swimmer down the stream, means down this particular river, down the stream, or it can be called as river, is given by CNO. In fact, actually, if we try to swim perpendicular to this particular river, what happens is that due to the water currents, what happens here, the water currents will be there. Water current is nothing else but we talk about water current in terms of the ocean currents. River slope we don't find much amount of water currents, but when you talk about ocean currents or water current, same here, the same definition applies here. It is like water current is a force which is being directed in one particular direction with an amount of speed. So how does this speed comes to this water? How does this force comes to this water? The force by which a water travels in a particular direction, in one particular direction, depends upon many factors. Many factors like it depends upon the gravity, it depends upon like salinity, it depends upon what more else, in which direction it is going. It depends upon the level of the land below that particular water, and all these are the different factors. So because of these particular factors, at some areas the water current will be more, and at some particular area of the river the water current will not be more. Means the speed of a water will increase and decrease depending upon the different factors which just now I have told. So depending upon that water current, due to that water current, what happens if a particular person is trying to swim perpendicular to the flow of the water, even though if he is swimming perpendicular to the flow of water, in fact by the end, if he want to reach from point A to point B, he will not be reaching at point B, but in fact he will be reaching at point C. This deviation of this thing is nothing else but it is mainly due to the water currents. Water currents are the forces which are being inbuilt in the water due to many factors like gravity, salinity, direction, and the land below that one, and due to again many factors like rocky land or due to smooth land. Depending upon all the different factors, the water speed will increase or decrease. If water speed is more, definitely what happens, this angle will increase. If water speed is less, this angle will decrease. So because of that water currents, even though if you want to reach from point A to point B, he will not be reaching point B, but in fact he will be reaching the point C. So this distance, the distance covered by the swimmer down the stream, I can write it as here, due to the water currents, is given by, so what is this one mark? It's a BC. So this distance, he has to reach this point, but due to the water currents, he will be reaching the point C. So now this distance will become what we are stating here now. So this BC is equal to the velocity of the river into the time taken by the particular person to swim this particular river. So that is T. So BC equal to VR into T. So if I write this one, this becomes BC equal to VR into T. What is T? Just now we have calculated the formula of T is equal to distance or the width of this one divided by the velocity of a particular swimmer. So it is d over Vs. So now this becomes the distance traveled by the particular person or the swimmer down the stream because of this water current. So that is nothing else but this is BC is equal to VR into d over Vs. So these four equations or these four formulae are very important in order to solve any problem which is regarding a swimmer swimming the river in a shortest interval of time. If you want to swim a river in a shortest interval of time, then you should know what is the net velocity of a particular person. If he is swimming from one end to another end of the river, that is, just now we have calculated V is equal to under root of Vs square plus Vr square. Again, he should know in which angle he has to travel. Why? Because of water current, what is happening? The angle is changing. So we should even know what is the angle. That is tan theta is equal to y by x. Here y is what? Y is equal to this one Vr over x, that is Vs. So that's why it becomes tan theta equal to Vr by Vs. That is another formula. Then next another formula is that he should know what will be the minimum time taken by a particular swimmer in order to swim this river. That is T is equal to the distance traveled, that is the width of the river, that is d over the velocity of the swimmer, that is T equal to Vs over time is equal to distance over velocity. So that is T is equal to d over Vs. And the next one will be the distance covered by the swimmer down the stream or river due to the water currents. That has been given by Bc is equal to this can be anything, you can name anything. So here in my diagram it is Bc. So Bc is equal to Vr, the velocity of the river, into time taken by the swimmer to swim the river. So that is Vr into T. Therefore Bc is equal to Vr into d over Vs. So these four equations are very important in order to solve this kind of numericals. In case we are supposed to calculate when a swimmer tends to cross the river along the shortest path. When he tends to cross the river along the shortest path. So now let me imagine this is my river. This is my river. Okay, a person is over here, he has to reach this point B. So now, if this is the case, what a particular person has to do is that if a river is flowing in this direction, and if he has to cross the river in a shortest path, the person, instead of trying to swim in a perpendicular direction to the flow of a river, he should try to swim at an angle to this perpendicular direction of a flow of the river. Let it be the perpendicular direction, let this be the angle by which he has to swim. Let it be equal to C. So now, if a particular person tries to swim in this direction, let it be theta. If this is theta, then what happens now? This is your Vr, that's the flow of the river, and this will become your V, and this becomes your Vs. Okay? Why he need to swim in this direction? Why he has to swim in this direction? Because in the previous case we have seen that whenever a particular person tries to swim perpendicular to the river, perpendicular to the flow of the river, what happens? Due to the water currents, he might end up here at this point, he might end up at this point X. But here, since I need to cross the river in the shortest path, so what I'll try to do, I'll try to swim the river such a way that I'll take an angle, and in this angle I'll try to swim so that even though if the water currents comes, even though my swimming get affected with the water currents, I may reach the point B in a shortest amount of time, in a shortest path, in a shorter distance. I can take a shortest distance to cross this one bank to another bank. If I try to swim in a perpendicular manner, what happens? Instead of ending up over here, I'll end up here. So this becomes the longest path. This becomes my longest path. So in order to cross the river in the shortest path, he has to take an angle this direction, and even though the water currents comes in picture, he'll be reaching the other bank in the exact way what he has to, in the exact way that is perpendicular to the flow of the river. So this should be the diagram, and this should be his intention in order to cross the river in a shortest amount of shortest distance. So now let us now try to see the formulae related to this particular concept. So first let us try to calculate the resultant velocity. The resultant velocity of a swimmer. Resultant velocity of the swimmer. How to calculate the resultant velocity? Excuse me. resultant velocity of a particular swimmer. So see now, I can take down this one, apply the same Pythagoras theorem, you will get an answer. But since this is my actual velocity, this is my actual path, so this will become my resultant velocity. This becomes my final velocity. Even though I am trying to swim in this direction, but ultimately because of the water currents, I will be reaching in this direction. So this becomes my resultant velocity V. So if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, you can write it as Vs square is equal to Vr square plus V square. But I need to calculate this one, V. So V is equal to under root of Vs square minus Vr square. So this becomes the resultant velocity of a particular swimmer. The resultant velocity is nothing else but the direction in which he travels from one end to another end with a particular velocity. So this is his actual velocity even though he has traveled in this direction. So now, next the direction. I need to calculate the direction. The direction of a swimmer. How to calculate the direction of a swimmer? See here now. This is unknown to us. And this is only known values. So how to calculate that one? So known values means you can see here now, this is the opposite side and this is the adjacent side of a particular figure. So I can take that as per the trigonometric tables or trigonometric functions, I can apply that. This is an unknown value, but only from the known value I can calculate the angle. So it will be the sine of theta. The sine theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So formula will be VR over Vs. VR over Vs will be your formula in order to calculate the direction in which he has to travel from here to here. So now this implies theta is equal to sine inverse of VR over Vs. So this is the second equation. The first equation is to calculate the resultant velocity of a particular swimmer in order to take the shortest path. And second one is in which direction he has to start his swimming so that he can achieve this resultant velocity in the shortest path. Now let us see the next formula regarding this concept. The time taken to cross the river by swimmer in shortest path. So see now, just now we have, anyway in the previous case we have calculated the time, that is time t is equal to distance of the river, that is if the distance of this one, the width of this one is equal to d, then it is d over v, velocity. So now what is this velocity? This is the net velocity or the resultant velocity of a particular swimmer in order to cross the river. So now if this is the case, then the time taken will be t is equal to d over, what is v ma? Just now we have calculated. V is equal to Vs square minus Vr square. So this is the time taken by a particular swimmer in order to cross the river from one bank to another bank in the shortest path. So T is equal to D over under root of Vs square minus Vr square. So this will be the concepts regarding the two important categories of finding out the solutions to the numericals regarding the river problem. Okay, see here. So see here now, a swimmer can swim with a velocity of 10 km with respect to water flow in a river with velocity of 5 km per hour. In what direction he should swim to reach the point, this is very important, to reach the point on the other bank just opposite to his starting point. This is very important. So see now, opposite to starting point, that is the first one. In what direction he should swim to reach the point on the other bank just opposite to his starting point. And second one, what is the time taken by him to cross the river? So see now, if I draw the diagram, if this is my river, if I am standing over here, if this is my point A, if I am standing over here, I need to cross the river at the point B. I need to cross the river at point B. Means my distance should be this one. This has to be my distance. But what it is mentioned that in what direction he should try to swim such a way that he will be crossing the point B exactly opposite to him. Means what? We are trying to deal a problem which is related to the shortest path. We are trying to deal a problem with respect to shortest path. So shortest path means what? I need to take an angle of theta. I need to take an angle of theta. If I try to swim in this direction at point C, if I try to swim in this direction, I might reach at point C. But due to the current water currents, what happens? I'll be reaching point B. So that this will be my shortest path. So I should take an angle theta, so that I'll be swimming this shortest path. So now this becomes your Vs. This becomes your Vs. This is your VR. That is the velocity of the river. This is the velocity of the swimmer. And see now some points, some data has been given to us. The velocity of the swimmer can swim with a velocity of 10 km per hour. So it is the velocity is given, kmph is given 10 km per hour, and the river is flowing. The river is flowing with a velocity of 5 km per hour. So this is equal to 5 km per hour, and this is my point B where I need to reach. So see now, if this is the case, first I need to calculate the direction. So in order to calculate the direction, what is the formula we have studied just now in the concept class? We have studied that sine theta. We should take the sine theta. And what is this one? This becomes here, this side becomes your resultant velocity. This becomes your resultant velocity, let it be V. So now, as per the particular concept, sine theta is equal to the known values, this one and this one, Vs and Vr. So sine theta equal to opposite or this one hypotenuse. So it is Vr over Vs. That becomes Vr over Vs 5 over 10. 5 over 10, that is equal to 1 by 2. If it is 1 by 2, then theta equal to sine inverse of 1 by 2. This implies that theta is equal to 30 degrees. So if he tried to swim at an angle of 30 degree, he will be reaching point B. But in fact here, the thing is that since he has started swimming at 30 degrees, whenever he starts swimming at 30 degrees, we should even try to calculate this angle also. So the 30 degrees he will be trying to swim, but due to the current waters, he will be coming exactly at 90 degrees to this particular point. So here the total angle, the direction will be, the total direction in which he has to swim is equal to theta is equal to 90 degrees plus 30 degrees. So he has to swim at 120 degree angle. The particular person has to swim at 120 degree angle so that he will be reaching exactly opposite point from where he has started. That is from point A to point B. Now the direction is equal to 90 degrees plus 30 degrees. So theta is equal to 120 degrees. So first one we have completed now. Now we have completed the first part. So let us see the second one. What is second one? Time taken by the particular swimmer to cross the river. Taken by swimmer. What is the formula we have studied? Time taken, T is equal to distance over velocity. This velocity is nothing else but it is a resultant velocity of a particular swimmer. So what is the distance of this river? What is the distance between the two banks of the river? It is given that the distance between the two banks of the river is equal to, where is this one? It is 100 meters. So it is, the width of the river is 100 meters. So it becomes that now T is equal to 100 meter over V. So first we should even calculate this V also. We should try to calculate this V. So how to calculate the V now? So see now, what is V? V is the resultant velocity. We know the formula. The resultant velocity formula is equal to Vs square minus Vr square. So this implies under root of Vs is how much more? The velocity of swimmer is equal to 10. So velocity of swimmer equal to 10 means it is 10 square equal to 100 minus what is the velocity of river? It is 5 km per hour. 5 square is equal to 25. So we get V is equal to under root of 75, that is equal to 75. Okay, see now V equal to 5 root 3. If I substitute in this one, what I will get? I am trying to do it over here. T is equal to 100 meters into 5 root 3. 5 root 3, what is the unit of this one? kilometers and kilometer per hour. Okay, fine. So convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. It is 5 by 18. If you convert it into 5 by 18, if you multiply this pi root 3, it is in the kilometer per hour. So if you convert it into meter per second, we are supposed to multiply by 5 by 18. So then only it becomes meter per second. So that will be your conversion. So if you convert it here, it becomes 100 over 25 root 3 divided by 18. So t is equal to, so now here if I do any kind of simplification for this one, 5 root 3 into 5 by 18, we will be getting like, we will get as 100 by 2.4, 100 by 2.4. So it is 100 by 2.4 is equal to, when you do this one, you will get 41.6 seconds. 41.6 will be the time taken. 41.6 seconds will be the time taken by a particular swimmer in order to swim from one end of the river bank to another end of the river bank. If he has started, if he has to reach the same point, opposite point from where he has started. So that means from point A to point B.